parenting. What does game B have to think about how children are raised and how they relate to their parents and how spouses relate to each other?
All right, so here's what I think is probably the easiest piece. So I'm going to play a game where I'm just going to try to say the thing that I think is the most fundamental and not do a lot more, because there's a lot.
Great.
So if you have an intuitive sense that the relationship between parent and child has a strong fundamental asymmetry, like it's a relationship between master and student, or it's a relationship between boss and employee, then game B will have some surprises for you. That within the game B context, and remember, humility is super important. There is a deep awareness of the degree to which really effective parenting has a sense of symmetry, which is to say, and here's the way that I've said it to people. And I have a 1-year-old daughter, so this is like very concrete for me. I am aware that she is a fully realized soul, at least as rich and fully realized as I. Right? As a human being, we are equal. I happen to have been in a body that's gone around the sun many more times than her particular body. So when it comes to a lot of the kinds of things that have to do with how bodies maneuver in time and space, I've got a lot more experience. And so I play a particular role of asymmetry in terms of supporting her, building the capacity in herself to become more capable of being in the world. And notice, by the way, what I said there. I said supporting her and building the capacity in herself. I don't mean impressing the things that I've learned on her propositionally top down, because that gets in the way. That's what a bad teacher does to a student. You're not learning how to fish. I'm just giving you the fish in this metaphor. But at the same time, I certainly have noticed that in terms of my own developmental journey, my own building of integrity in myself and my own learning and growing, she has as much to teach me. And in terms of like liminality, she's the master of liminality, because she really is coming with the child's mind to reality. And so if I look at that and say, wow, so what's really happening here is that we are teaching each other this question of meaningfulness. And I'm opening myself up to the possibility of how deeply she can change me, and honoring the responsibility I have of how deeply she's opening herself up to the possibility of how much I can change her. And we are now peers collaborating in this crazy shit show of parenting, child, family, and reality. That's a game B way of looking at that problem.